about the Amrita Engineering Entrance Examination, and we have Maheshwar Chaitanya, who is the chairman for the undergraduate admissions for the School of Engineering, Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham. He's also the deputy controller of examinations of Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham, Amritapuri Campus, and serves as the contest director for ICPC at the university. He has more than 14 years experience. Welcome on board, sir. I think the first, many questions have come in from the students. So some of the questions actually ask about what the exam is like. Will it be held online, offline? How many phases?
So I think what we suggest is, Prabha, let Maheshwara sir first explain the how the admission process this year is, because sir, all the students are seeking admission in Amrita. So if you can actually take them through your own thing, some of your questions would be sorted out, their questions would be sorted out, and still if there's something left, then maybe we can jump in after that.
Okay. Thank you, Careers 360, Mahesh and Prabha, for this wonderful platform. And last year also we had this kind of a very good interactive session with the students. First thing is that, of course, you are here because you have shown interest in Amrita. Like all the past years, we are still contemplating to have the entrance examination, and entrance examination at centers, not online. We'll go online only if the situation is so bad, which we don't expect to happen so this year, because things are now back to normal, and we don't want to play with the future of the students again, because somehow we have to live with this. See, Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham has currently 4 engineering campuses. And we are aiming to open Amaravati Campus this year. Hopefully, we will be opening it with mostly like computer science flavored branches offered in the new campus. Then again, there will be 2 different phases of entrance exam. The current plan is to host it, the first phase before the CBSE examinations, and one after the CBSE exams. That is yet to be decided, because it will all depend on when the JEE exams will happen, when the CBSE exams will happen, what is the plan of the state board. There's so much of clarity required. But we will still have 2 phases of exams. We are intending to have the same model like JEE, where we'll publish the percentile scores, unlike last year, so that the students will know where they stand in the first phase and where they stand in second phase. We will take best 1 score out of 2. We will not be publishing the mark, because it created a lot of confusion last year. So the exam will be of 100 questions and 2.5 hours of duration. Physics, chemistry, mathematics, and English. We'll be mainly following the CBSE syllabus. We are yet to see the syllabus to be published by the NTA, National Testing Authority. So mainly, I should say that it's almost the same like last year. Comparatively, we will be doing the center-based examination, not the remote proctored examination. The 50% of the seats is completely reserved for the scholarship, the top students. And apart from AEEE, we have 3 other windows. One is the JEE, the third is the SAT, and the 4th is the Pearson undergraduate entrance examination. So all these students who come through any of this quota are eligible to get the scholarship seat, provided they top in that quota. Then there's a high chance that they will get the scholarship seats. The new branches we plan to start is robotics and automation at Amritapuri Campus, BTech cyber security also at Amritapuri Campus, robotics and automation at our Chennai campus, and cyber security at Bangalore campus. So these are the branches which we will open, which will increase, somewhere near to 40 different combinations when you apply for the online counseling. So that's all the glimpse of the entire admission process which we plan to intend in 2022.
Sir, if I may ask you a question.
You are mute, Mahesh.
No, I'm not mute, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. just wanted to ask you, sir, because you're taking, 4 examinations to be the entry point, how do you normalize between each of these examinations?
See, there is no normalization between the exams. We have a separate seat quota. For example, we have, most of our, I would say that 70% of the students come through AEEE only.
Okay.
And the rest of the 25% come through JEE. So we have reserved 70% of the seats for the AEEE candidates, 20% for the 25% for the JEE candidates, and the rest 5% will be shared by both SAT and PUE, where we will have meager number of students applying.
Okay. And sir, how do you grade students across campuses? Because now you have 4 and maybe 5 campuses. So how do you grade them?
Did you mean to say before the admission or after the admission?
No, in the sense that based on a rank that you have, how does a student or percentile that you have, is there something based on priority that you actually push them to different campuses, or is there some scaling that you do?
No, there is no scaling as such. What we ask the students to is to just submit their preference, academic preference.
Okay.
The campus and the branch. They are free to choose whichever, if they want all the branches to be opted in one campus initially, that is possible. So the submission of the campus as well as the branch is completely left to the students. So the allotment is 100% based on the student preference only.
So there's always a question in students' minds that the university campus normally gets better placements, and the off campuses that you have, the branch campuses have different criteria for placement, or different, possibly lesser companies coming for placements.
Yeah.
Would you mind clarifying about how the placement process at Amrita across the campuses would be held?
See, in the past 2 years, it has been completely virtual. So there is no concept of imbalance. In other cases, till 2019, what we used to do, we used to bring all the students to Coimbatore campus, because from Kerala as well as from Bangalore, it's mostly the center point. Coimbatore is the center point. So we used to bring the students to the campus, and it will be a centralized placement process, recruitment drive. The people from different companies come to the campus, and over a period of 7 to 8 days, they interview all the students. So irrespective of the campus from which they hail from, it is only about the performance. For example, I predominantly belong to Amaravati Campus, and one of my students, Ashwin Ashok, he is currently in Cisco. So it is not that only Coimbatore campus students will get that kind of a chance. All the students are given equal chance, and it is ultimately the performance in which of course the companies see. So the opportunity given by the university is 100% equal. Yeah.
And sir, how important is mathematics in your curriculum, in your examination?
See, one of the things I would say is the curriculum is challenging because of mathematics. And the reason why I am saying is when you talk about the skill sets required for the students once they pass out, mostly like the problem solving techniques, given a project, how far you are able to solve it in a proper way, structured way, there the mathematical skills are important. Even if you look at because even now what will happen is in future, maybe after 5 years time, even a mechanical engineer is expected to do data analysis. An electrical engineer will be expected to do data analysis, because when we hear that 5G is coming up, the Internet of Things will flourish, and all the devices will be connected, which means that the engineers will have to take the decisions based on the data shown by the device. So even from that perspective, mathematics is going to be really important for those people who really want to go into the core engineering. So mathematics is important, and we haven't cut down or reduced the importance of mathematics in curriculum.
And sir, for the benefit of the students, can you tell them the total number of seats that each of these campuses have, so that they know what is the total that they're targeting?
Yeah. The highest, the largest campus is Coimbatore, which we have 1,260. Next is followed by at Amritapuri, it is 760. Then it is Bangalore 660 and Chennai it is 420. There may be a slight increase this year. We are waiting for the AICTE approvals for all the new programs which I mentioned. So there may be a 10% of increase in each campus.
So as an added it, it's 3,100 plus is what you might have ultimately.
Exactly. Plus, of course, Amaravati campus. Yeah.
So it might be from 3,100 to 4,000 at the most. That's what we're dealing with. Right. And sir, for each of these campuses, do you have a day scholars or is it compulsory hostel facility?
There is no compulsory day hostel this thing rule for our campus. The only mandate we say is that if at all they are becoming or they want to become day scholar, it has to be within 20 kilometers radius of the campus. Okay. That's all the rule is.
But do you provide a hostel facility for every student who wants to have it?
Yes.
Okay. So just students, because a few questions have come about Bangalore and Chennai campus especially, sir, that do you have a hostel facility because it's a prime area kind of a thing? So
yeah, we in both campuses we have.
Okay. And so any student who wants a hostel will be having a hostel facility available for him.
Right. That's right.
Absolutely. Okay, perfect. And sir, another question that's come in is about this international linkages that you have. When you actually have a student exchange program, how do you make students choose? How do you select students who can go for the study, exchange program? And do you get a degree from that university or this university?
Basically, the selection happens through the department only. If there is a department support, like if there is a faculty recommendation definitely with proper skill sets and the CGPA as well as a good background in the subject which they want to pursue the high degree, it goes through our Center for International Programs. So the Center for International Programs will have the link with the university abroad, and they will actually approve the application which we submit. And the degrees in student exchange program, suppose if somebody wants to apply for BTech and MS, where the fifth year will be considered as MS degree, then they will have the degree from both Amrita as well as from the university abroad.
And what are the university linkages you have? So can you just name 3 of them or 2 of them?
See, one important thing, the best university which I would suggest, the University of Buffalo, the top ranked university. We do have University of California, then Deakin University in Australia.
Okay. And sir, would you advise a student of what kind of cutoffs they should be aiming for or targeting?
See, Mahesh, it will totally depend on the branch which they aim for, first thing. Second thing is the campus which they aim for. But ultimately what happens is it will all depend on the number of students who apply for counseling actually. That is one thing. Second is how many students are actually will accept the admission offer. For example, suppose if you want to have AI, computer science AI in Coimbatore campus, then you may have to think of some rank somewhere between 100 and 450, something like that. But for computer science, since we have a lot of seats in computer science across the campuses, it may be somewhere between 1,000 and 1,500 rank.
Okay. And sir, earlier you were talking of mathematics. Is it also important for students choosing biotechnology?
We don't have BTech biotechnology.
Oh, you don't have?
Yeah.
Okay. And any preference that you have for girl students, sir, or any reservation or any quota that you have for girl students?
No, we don't have a girl specific quota or reservation as such introduced now.
Okay. Dipanvita, you can open the floor for questions. I'll also keep asking questions, but even the students can also interact with sir. So if you can do that, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Students, please raise your hand using the reaction button below your screen and we will unmute you to ask a question.
Yeah. And also, students, Dipanvita will send a link of the application process for Amrita. Please use the link to apply to Amrita if you want, as we speak, right? So we'll send the link across. You please copy it and keep it on your mobile phone, and you can start using it for getting admission into Amrita. First, Mohammad Yusuf, can we unmute Mohammad Yusuf, please?
Please unmute yourself, Yusuf.
Yusuf? Yusuf, can you hear me?
Sir, he's not unmuting. We can move ahead.
Abhiram, can you unmute yourself? Yeah, Abhiram, ask a question. Abhiram, you can ask a question. Abhiram, you're unmuted, so you can.
Him. Yeah, we can't hear something wrong with his speed.
Okay, move on to Kishan Prasad, please. Kishan, unmute yourself, please. Kishan Prasad.
Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're breaking, but if you can just speak clearly. Yeah, Kishan, we can hear you.
Just a few. A few questions. I wanted to know that would this out-of-state ranking differ from students who write the exams for the state? For example, there are students who are writing the exam down from Bangalore versus students who are writing the exam, say, in the state of Tamil Nadu. So if a student gets a ranking of 4,000 versus somebody who's getting a ranking of 19,000 within the state, does it?
That wouldn't.
Now, how does
it's a deemed university, it's a national university, yeah, Kishan.
So it doesn't matter, right?
It doesn't matter at all. No.
Okay. Second question is, from a hostel perspective, I did notice that you have about 3 students in a room. Sometimes it goes down to 1 towards the final year. But considering the COVID circumstances and the pandemic that we have gone through, are there any changes being made?
Sir, would you mind answering that?
Yeah. So definitely, Kishan, we have to comply with the state rules only. So we'll comply with whatever the state rules are.
Yeah. And so the first question, what I've answered, is it correct that there is no difference?
Yeah.
Okay. And the very last question is, the exam that is going to be conducted, would it be on the basis of JEE syllabus, or would it be as per the CBSE standards?
It will be mainly based on CBSE, and we are currently planning to go ahead with the last year syllabus itself. Last year AEEE 2021 syllabus.
So Kishan, just to respond to what sir said, go to Career 360 website or even the Amrita website, and you will find the syllabus and the pattern of the examination. What sir is saying is what was done last year is what will be repeated. So you will actually find that on our website or even Amrita's website.
And one more thing, Kishan, we are planning to update by end of this week. We are just waiting to see if the JEE is publishing their results this week. The application and syllabus this week. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we should know about the entrance exams sometime soon, is what you're saying.
See, typically, Kishan, one thing I can tell you, and I'm now giving you a broader hint about this whole thing, and Careers also is about to publish an article about it.
Yeah.
Typically, most of the syllabuses now will follow the JEE pattern because they don't want you to, prepare for 10 examinations, right? So typically, if you take any of the other private examinations also, that unless you're dealing with a state entrance examination, they typically tend to follow, but for BITS Pilani, but for BITSAT, everyone else typically follows the JEE syllabus in that sense. Okay. But you will actually have an article that we'll be publishing soon of the difference in syllabus between JEE versus Amrita versus any other university private examination that you have. We'll be doing that article and I'll send that link across to you. Okay. Okay. Next, Dheeraj. Dheeraj, unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dheeraj.
Good afternoon. Actually, at the beginning, I want to know that the JEE, the form that Amrita has, in that one has to put in the JEE details. But the JEE address has not yet come out. So what do we do? Do we keep it blank?
Yeah. You can just leave it blank because JEE has not even conducted the examination. So you cannot enter all the details at this moment. It is relevant only once the counseling starts. So you have enough time.
So that time I will be able to update it?
Yeah.
Secondly, sir, if you can give us an overview of the fees.
Fee structure is already there in the website. Our fee slab starts from 1 lakh rupees and it goes all the way till 3,25,000 rupees. If you are in the top, maybe I should say 1,500 to 2,000 rank, you will get scholarship seat. That will again totally depend on the branch and campus you opt during the counseling, the students applying for the counseling, etc. But based on the last year and previous before the 2020 and 2021, I am saying somewhere between 1,000 and 1,500 or 2,000, you will be getting a scholarship seat.
Okay.
Yeah.
And sir, since you said that there will be a physical examination, let's say I'm from Chhattisgarh. If the number of students is not much, then will you drop that exam center?
No, we will still go ahead. At least 1 or 2 exams will be conducted in all the cities.
Thank you, sir. So lastly, in the net, we see the placement and the remunerations that are available. But if you can give us a overview of that.
So Dheeraj, I'll come to that question on placement separately because that's a larger question for me. So I'll come back to you on that separately.
Okay.
Please.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
The reason why I'm saying this, Dheeraj, is I want everyone to have a chance to speak to them on specific questions that you raised. And placement fee and all is typically on the website also. So that's what I'm saying, right?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Tota Surendra, can you unmute yourself, please? Yes, Surendra, please ask a question.
Yeah, Chaitanya sir. Good evening. Just want to understand because JEE mains results may come in very late, right? But Amrita may start counseling before JEE mains results. How are we going to handle it?
See, last year also the same thing happened. What happened is last year we conducted the counseling session, I think, just before the publication of the JEE results. So what we did was we considered the score in JEE mains. So we never wait for the rank. We go with the score.
Okay.
So you have session 1, session 2, session 3, session 4. So yes. If 3 sessions are happening before Amrita counseling, you can attend all the 3 sessions and submit the best score among these 3. That's the only way out. So we are not waiting for the rank to be published by NTA.
Okay.
Yeah.
So based on the score, you will choose which one is the best one, so that you can allocate a scholarship.
Yeah.
Okay. Sir, we are now trying to start robotics, right? Many centers, and also artificial intelligence. On the academic side, how good we are on the faculty side, because these are the new branches we are getting it started.
Yeah.
How a student can be confident that you will get the best faculties available for those branches?
See, all the programs across the country, any institution you take, all the new programs started like this whenever there is a trend. See, for example, if you come to Amaravati Campus, you will see that there are 3 or 4 robotic labs. So even before we started the BTech robotics at Amaravati, we had MTech robotics. And we have a makerspace lab also here with the 3D printing facilities. So it is not that we don't have the facility or we don't have the faculty. It is just because of the space requirement, we had to wait till now to start the robotics. And we are starting robotics in the place of mechanical engineering. One batch of mechanical engineering, we are converting to robotics and automation. So it is not that the lack of facility or the faculty, but rather it's just a matter of time we had to start.
So I'll just add to what Sir had said, Surendra. Typically, any institution of eminence, which is what Amrita is, and there are 9 other institutions, they would never start a course unless they can live up to the quality of teaching that they would otherwise do. Because, to maintain a rank itself takes a hell of a lot of effort, right? It can be a NAC score or the NRF rank or the Career 360 rank or even the IOE status or the QS rank or the THE rank. So none of these and I'm only limiting myself to the IOEs, by the way, at this point. And I'm not saying this for everyone else, right?
Yeah.
For all these universities, they would not get into starting a course unless they're completely tied up on that, because otherwise it pulls down the entire university by a notch. So you should be rest assured on the IOEs part of it that they will not do anything which just because there's a demand without living up to what the teaching should be, what the pedagogy should be, and what the curriculum should be.
Great. That's what I'm expecting.
Yeah.
Especially for the robotics, we have to have a labs.
No, I get your point. I get your point. But I'm just saying, typically for these 10 universities now, you can be rest assured on certain of the things, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
because many other colleges I have seen.
No, I know that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not mixing the everything.
True.
I'm very conscious.
But I trust definitely,
Yeah.
Amrita will have it.
Yeah.
That's what a question.
I'll just go to the next question, please. Anirudh, can you unmute yourself? Anirudh? Yeah,
Yes,
please
sir.
ask.
Good afternoon, sir. So my question was, what are the total marks of the entrance exam?
300.
300. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else, Anirudh, from your side?
No, that's it.
Upvan, can you unmute yourself? Upvan? Upvan?
Yes, sir.
Ask a question, please.
Sir, my question is that, sir, how we can know about them placement, fees, and structure?
So it is there on the website, but sir, this placement question will come up. So let us tackle it right away. Can you tell us about the placement last year and how it's moved on, sir?
See, 86 to 87% of the currently, eligible students who are passing out in 2022, they have been placed. So the average salary is somewhere between 5.7 and 6. And all the recruitments happened through the virtual interviews, online interviews. But we had some training sessions on the campus. We had to call the students, who were selected to come to the campus for training for the final interview. We ensured that all their subjects are completed before the 1st of February. So the on-campus training happened this year. And of course, last year's higher salary is somewhere between 39 to 41 lakhs.
Okay.
Yeah.
And sir, if you go through, CS and IT and the core engineering part of it, would you have any different data for this?
I don't have the data ready with me, but I should say one thing is, irrespective of whether you are in electrical engineering or in mechanical engineering or communication, it is essential to have the understanding of programming and coding at the engineering level. So what we have done is that we have started training even the non-CS and IT students also in Python programming. And we do have the elective courses designed in such a way that even a mechanical engineering student can go for cyber physical systems or data analysis or Python programming. So that will make sure that even if it is core engineering, company, demand for the computer skills is still there. So naturally, there is a good scope of recruitment.
Sir, I just want to, because you said that coding is compulsory across the board. Can you tell me, in year one, are you saying that in year one or year two or up to a point, the course curriculum for across the branches is almost similar?
Only for the first year.
Only for the first year.
Yeah.
So first year, whatever branch you take,
yeah,
the course curriculum is similar in terms of adding coding and the basics and fundamentals.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does a student have an option to skip from one branch to another after year one?
There is a chance, provided there is vacancy. Provided there is vacancy, as well as he has to be above the class average.
Yeah. Okay. So what you're saying is a student can take IT, but jump onto CS.
Yeah.
If there's a vacancy in CS, and this student in IT is above the class average and wants to move to CS.
Yes.
Okay. So there's a grading or scaling up that you're providing based on the merit of the student, based on year one performance.
Right.
Perfect. I hope students, because a lot of questions come on this one, so you can get onto the university and then hope to get onto a course of your choice, if the vacancies are there, if I understand correctly. Akshay, can you unmute yourself and ask a question, please?
Good afternoon.
Yeah, Akshay.
Sir, I'm currently staying in Delhi and I'm hoping to apply for Amrita University. So my question is that if the situation gets cleared outside and an offline examination is held, so would I still be able to write it online, or is there a center available in Delhi, or would I have to travel all the way to South?
No, Delhi has a center, Akshay. Don't worry about that.
Okay,
Sir, over to you.
Yeah, exactly.
So about the centers, could I know where all they are situated?
Currently, we haven't listed out the centers, but yes, definitely there will be at least 3 or 4 centers in Delhi.
Okay, and when is the examination held? Could I get the date?
We are planning to have somewhere in the end of March as well as in the month of May. It will depend on the CBSE date sheet also, Akshaya.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So one of the things I'll request you is, I think in the chat bot, we put in the link of how to apply to Amrita with the link, right? Just go through that, because once you apply now, every update that you have for Amrita in terms of the dates, the centers and everything will anyway start coming to you, because there is always an engagement that university would normally have for applicants, right? So my request to you is that just go to the link, click on it and start applying by the end of the day, so that you will, any update that you want, Akshay, it can be the centers that you're looking for, or the date sheets, or the pattern of the examination, or the syllabus. All those things would be, the university will be keeping you informed once you do that. Okay. Okay, next question, SS. Can you unmute yourself? SS.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
I'm a parent from Delhi. I have two queries.
Yeah.
When do we decide to on the student transfer program, getting BS outside? And the second thing is that when do you expect the academic year to start this year?
No, I was not clear about the first question.
The BS program, student transfer program through BS for study abroad. When does it? How does it work?
See, there is no transfer program to BS, because we are admitting you to BTech program, and at the end of the BTech program, maybe by after the 3rd year you can go abroad, complete the complete the Amrita courses through fast track mode, and continue to do MS program. That is how the dual degree student exchange program works. You can decide to continue with for 1 more year, the 5th year, and get the MS degree, or return after the 4th year by completing some project or internship abroad. These are the 2 options.
Who gives a degree for BTech?
It is BTech degree, yeah.
It is Amrita. Amrita is giving the degree for BTech.
Okay, got it. So in case if he chooses 5-year curriculum, then he gets MS from abroad.
Yeah, it is an exchange program with the university abroad.
Okay, got it. When do you approximately start your academic year this year? I know that there are a lot of uncertainties, but generally, what is when did you start in 2022?
Most probably by end of July.
Whether mains has happened or not, but you will start your curriculum.
Yeah, that is how the current plan is, but it all depends on,
So SS, I'll tell you how this whole thing works, right? Typically, before the COVID times, now the AICTE used to have a regulation which says that by 15th of August, you normally start, and up to 15th of August, the student has an option to withdraw from a college admission seat.
Okay.
Right. So you can take that as a benchmark that most good universities will start by end of July, June and July. But 15th of August, everyone would normally start.
But you're expecting the course to complete by March or May 2026 or so. There won't be any delay for the
That
graduation.
would not be. See, that is too far away to even peg. But normally that's what happens.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Jeet Jain, can you unmute yourself? Jeet Jain. Yeah, ask the question.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Good afternoon, sir. I have doubt regarding the admission. Sir, if students getting little bit less ranks, so and if the students is holding government school game certificates and many more, so is there will be any benefit of getting marks related to that?
So sports quota or other quota in the
we haven't announced such quotas as of now.
But do you see the students, sir? And this might be a question because a student might not be good in academics, but is very good at many other things. Is there something that the university offers to promote or encourage such people to be a part of a class?
Not this year.
Not this year.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sai Harsha, can you unmute yourself? Sai Harsha.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Sir, I have a doubt about the admissions. Sir, after we will attend the AEEE examination, and after at the counseling process, will you consider the JEE mains as the JEE main percentile as the cutoff, and or you will purely be certain to AEEE exam?
See, it is like this. Suppose if assume that our counseling happens in the first week of July, and the JEE main sessions or the results of the JEE main session 2 or 3 is announced in the month of June. So you can enter or you can use the best score which you have for the counseling. And after the counseling, if you are getting a better score, maybe you wrote fourth session also. If it so happens that before the commencement of the classes, if you are getting a better score than whatever you have now, and if there is a chance that you will get a highly preferred option in your list of preferred branches, we will consider you.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Shivram, over to you. Shivram, unmute yourself.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah.
My question is, do you guys have any donations? Before you said that you don't have any kind of such thing. You said the AIEEE 70%, mains 20%, ACT and ACT 5% might be. Do you guys have any donation quota? I think?
No, there is no donation quota, Shivram. But anyway, sir, you must take it up, please.
There is no donation quota as such, Shivram, but there is a quota called as management quota, where it is a regular differential fee structure only. There is no donation at all. So what you can do is when you apply for the merit, in the second step, you have an option. Do you want to be considered under management quota also? So you will be considered for management quota only if you have more than 80% of marks in PCM in your +2.
Okay, physics, chemistry, maths.
Exactly.
Shivram, in most good universities, the management quota also works on merit, but inter se. So people who chosen the management quota, but within that they'll take out the merit of those students also.
Okay. And my second question is.
Yeah, please carry on, Shivram.
Oh yeah, just a sec. Do you guys what's the fees lab like? One second.
Fees lab he's explained to you earlier, isn't it, Shivram?
No, my signal just got it.
Fees lab, it starts from 1 lakh and it is up to 3.25 lakhs. But for certain branches like electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, etc., the highest slab is 2 lakh.
What's my SAT score should be to get into Amrita AI course?
Even for AI also there is scholarship. Scholarship fee starts at 1 lakh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got an SAT score of 1300. Can I join?
Sorry?
1300 score.
1300 score.
It's very difficult to predict at this point. Shivram.
Okay, thank you.
Next question, Mohan Sundaram Ramachandran. Can you unmute yourself?
Hello.
Mohan Sundaram Ramachandran. Unmute yourself, please. Yeah, ask a question.
Hi, friend.
Good evening, and thank you first of all for holding this session. I have a couple of questions, sir.
Yeah.
One is, it was told that we will be getting the percentile after the exams. But then some of this scholarship or getting into a specific campus was explained in terms of the rank. So my question is, would the results be in terms of percentile or will it be ranks? Personally, ranks is better because that gives us a better idea of what to apply and where we may qualify. So will it be percentile or rank? Because percentile, sometimes we don't know what rank we fall in and we may not be able to make a better choice based on percentile. So the question is, will it be percentile or rank?
It will be both. It will be both, because if you look at the JEE model, what happens is you have 4 sessions, and for each session you have percentile,
right.
And after the 4th session you have a rank. Same system.
Okay. Okay, so after 2 phases of AEEE, for example, we will not even get to know. I mean, we get to know the percentile as well as the rank.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, thank you. And my second question, sir, is based on the selection process. So let's say a student has rank 100, for example. He may have preference 1, preference 2, preference 3, whatnot, right? And will that person's selection be, will be fulfilled, and then only will move on to the rank number 101? Or say my question is, like for example, somebody who may be ranked, let's say my second choice is some CSE, right? Whereas somebody who's ranked lower may have CSE as the first rank, and do they have a better chance of getting? Should I be very strategic in terms of filling, or can I just?
No, see, I'll tell you, you are in 100th position, and somebody is, I am in the 101 position. Okay. Now you have submitted 30 options.
Right.
30 options, different combination of branch as well as the campus.
Right.
Now, the software will not come to my record unless otherwise your complete, options are checked.
Okay.
So software will check which is the best possible branch that can be allotted to you.
Okay.
Then only it will come to me.
Okay, got it. So that explains quite a bit. Thank you very much.
Vardhi, push. Yeah. Sorry, sir. You're saying something.
No, Vardhi. I was calling Vardhi only.
Yeah, Vardhi, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, I have a doubt about specializations in CSE, sir. Can I get to know how many branches are there in CSE specializations?
See, there are 2 things when you call specialization. We do have computer science engineering. We do have computer science, artificial intelligence. We do have computer science in cybersecurity. So these are the 3 different flavors which we have currently.
Okay.
So in computer science, yeah. So in computer science itself, in the final year, the 4th semester, the 8th semester, what you can do is there will be a flavor of or different professional electives. For example, you can specialize in AI and data science. You can specialize in cybersecurity. You can specialize in biotechnology. You can specialize in deep learning and image processing. So there are plenty of courses offered at the end of the BTech program. So that is one of the way to look at it. Or if you want to specialize in artificial intelligence, then you have to go for BTech, CSE, and AI.
Can I get to know about any integrated courses, sir?
Sorry?
Integrated
courses.
We have integrated MSc in physics with minor in scientific computing, integrated mathematics with applied data science, integrated mathematics with minor as data science. These 3 are our pilot programs.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Varshini, unmute yourself. Varshini? Yeah.
Yes, sir. My question is that, are there any industrial placements?
Yes, yeah. Placement details are already there in the website. We do have, currently we have almost like 87% of the students placed. Yeah.
And what about the internship?
Internship will depend totally depending on your performance in CGPA. Core companies, there are so many core companies like Caterpillar, Ashok Leyland, or if you look at the IT based computer science companies like Microsoft, Amazon, Cisco, they go through or they recruit through the internship. So what we generally do is we ask the students to be part of the interview in the 5th semester, so that by semester 6 you will know whether you'll have an option to get into any of the internship in any of these companies. So once you complete 6-month training program, sorry, internship, then they will, based on your performance, they will confirm the job.
Okay. And sir, does the college help students who are interested in some research works? Are the teachers help?
100%, yes, 100%.
Okay, so they would support us?
Yeah, 100%.
That's it, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Students, as I keep saying, there's a link at the bottom of the thing in the chat. Take that link and apply to Amrita if you want to, because then you'll start getting updates about Amrita also. So I'm just keeping you informed about that. Anand, over to you. Unmute yourself. Anand T.
Good evening.
Yeah.
My question is this selection process is only based on this AEEE exam, or is there a cutoff for your academic also?
No, sir, there is no cutoff. We are not considering any academic performance this time.
Okay.
We go with the entrance examination. We go with the JEE main score. We go with the SAT score, and we go with PUEE score.
Okay, so there is a minimum pass is as a qualification for your entrance.
Eligibility criteria is 60% in PCM. Physics, chemistry, and mathematics, you need average, you need 60%. Minimum of 55% for both mathematics, physics and chemistry, 60% minimum in mathematics.
Okay. So the second question is, I think there will be a differential fee structure for the management quota. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Okay. So the slab you are mentioning at 3 lakh rupees at the higher level will not be the same for the management.
So there will be difference.
Management fees will be at a slight at a higher point, but it will depend on the branch and campus also. Okay. But there is no donation at all.
Okay, fine, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Likita Gopalan, can you unmute yourself? Yeah, Likita.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Sir, can I know a few details about the Amaravati campus, please?
What details would you expect
about the courses or the faculty?
We haven't got the approval, but the thing is, Amaravati campus will have mostly the computer science based programs like computer communication, or computer science, cyber security, artificial intelligence, and normal computer science. Likita, yeah.
When will you, when will you get the approval, sir?
We will get the approval mostly by next month. That is in the month of March.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Abhaya, can you unmute yourself? Abhaya?
Yes, sir. Am I heard?
Yeah, you're
sir, my question was that currently CBSE has not announced when it's going to keep its board exams, and currently the term 1 marks are not going to be considered. So would you consider the PCM marks from the term 2 for like the 60% minimum from term 2? And if you also mentioned that there will be 2 phases of exams for AEEE, one before the board exam and one after. So can you give some like predictions of when we could expect that first exam and the second exam?
So the answer to your first question, whether we will reduce the eligibility, the answer is no, because we would need a minimum marks, because as I mentioned in one of the answers, mathematics is highly important for in our curriculum. So we would expect students to have this many marks as minimum criteria. Second answer to your second question is, yes, we will have 2 phases of exams, one in the month of, mostly in the month of March, and the second one will be in the month of May. Again, that will depend on the board exams.
So I also wanted to ask about one other thing, was that if I actually wanted to follow in BTech Chemical and pursue into pharmaceutical side, could you just tell me like what kind of cutoff would I want to expect, or what kind of expectations would I keep to get into that course?
No, which program would you want?
Chemical engineering.
BT Chemical.
Chemical engineering. So chemical engineering, it depends, 6,000, 5,000 to 6,000 rank, you'll be able to get scholarship seats.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. But my suggestion is don't go with this cutoff concept.
Yeah, exactly.
You must learn maximum so that, see, learning is not just to earn the marks, right? Learning is for learning's sake. So don't go with the concept of cutoff marks. Not only in entrance examination, I am saying generally. Even you join BTech, don't ask for, what is the cutoff by the company. You learn as much as possible so that you can answer any question. That is how you should think of.
Abhay, what sir is saying is that just because the pass mark is 35, you don't aim for 36 now.
Yeah,
you aim for 95, isn't it? Or 100. So that's what he's saying. So don't worry about the cutoff. If you put your best foot forward, you'll get where you want to be.
Yeah.
It's a philosophical response, but yeah, that's also a truth in a sense, right? Tota Surendra, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, sir. Like a question on the placements. Do we allow the companies to, only the core companies for a placements? Or do we allow small BPO, KPO companies also to be on the campus hiring?
BPO companies are allowed depending on the position they offer to the students.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
see, there are BPO companies recruiting engineers to be the platform engineers. So their job will be at the higher level. So it is not just a software development. So there are a lot of solutions required in telecom sector.
Mm-hmm.
So it will all depend on what position, what pay is offered to the students.
Okay.
Only based on that we do allow.
Okay,
yeah.
Great.
Surendra, so just add to what sir said. Okay, go on with the second.
No, go ahead.
See, the simple thing is, Surendra, this gradation of even a company is slightly unfair for startups and young companies that are coming up in the country. And I understand your quality of the thing of BPO, KPO, and those kind of things, but the fact is that what do you call as a BPO or a core companies and non-core companies? It's a big question mark. What is a small company today would be $1 billion company 10 years down the line, possibly, right? And if you go back to the history of this country, 20 years back, none of the top 50 stocks today were listed even 20 years back. So
that's true.
It's slightly unfair question from that perspective. And I'm saying this as a startup founder and nothing else.
No, but I'm not saying about startup. I can say the big companies where people everybody aim for a high. But if you end up with choosing a small company where you will struggle.
So that's a choice that the student makes, isn't it? In a sense,
that's true. But and also we need to have certain way of handling, right? Providing
that's right. I get your point, but I'm just saying that
definitely
it would have been very unfair for the growth in that sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, second question.
Second question on the hostel. What are the hostel facilities or the charges that we will be charging in Bangalore campus, especially? Just want to understand.
Yeah, I don't have much clarity on the charges, but I'll give you a glimpse. The total cost per year will be somewhere between 70,000 and 80,000, including the food and the rental charges.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Thank
you. Yeah. Madhuna Chatterjee, can you unmute yourself?
Hello.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, I am a parent, sir.
Yeah.
First of all, thanks to Career 360 and also to Amrita for taking this time out. Yeah, and my question is, you would appreciate that different regions of the country have different food habits, So, and I'm speaking from Calcutta. We have a vastly different food habit from those of the southern parts of the country. So what I wanted to know from that perspective is it like something fixed in your hostel that only pure vegetarian and non-veg is not allowed?
As of now, yes, it is pure vegetarian.
Okay, so in fact, the campus will not allow any non-veg to enter, is it?
That's
or
right,
can the students buy something from outside and have it within the campus?
No, generally we don't allow to bring it inside the campus.
Okay, all your campuses.
All our campuses.
Thank you.
Chatterjee, as a journalist, I'm not talking for Amrita. I'm now talking as a journalist at this point in time, or a counselor. all Amrita campuses are pure vegetarian, and like the rigor, the discipline, the process, and everything is pretty much set, right? And
okay,
and to that extent, you know, you will actually be dealing with a very, very process-driven kind of an organization, which is having its own belief systems, which is no non-vegetarian in the campus.
Appreciate.
Wake up, do yoga, and those kind of things. So that's the structure. But I also know that in most of these campuses, just outside the campus, you'll have 10 chicken centers if you wish to.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank
Because
you.
I've seen this, so I'm saying this. I'm
Right.
sorry, sir, I'm buttoned in on this point. Next, Badnav Borgoin. Badnav?
Namaste, sir.
Yeah.
Namaste.
So my question is, will it be a difficult situation for a student who haven't opted CS in higher secondary, as almost everything is going to be digital in near future, as you mentioned?
See, I would say that it's all your passion. See, the study of the formal education is only for the degree, I would say. Let me be blunt. Rest everything is your passion. So what course are you interested in?
Sir, I am interested in aerospace engineering.
Okay, so what is your current situation? You are doing science program, right?
Yes.
And you did physics, chemistry, and mathematics.
Obviously, sir.
Then what is your query exactly?
I think his worry is, sir, that only CS might have a possibility, whereas he's interested in neurosciences. Am I right, Badnav?
Yes, sir.
Never, because I have seen maybe 10 years back also the same thing came, and there were no takers for computer science. But you just imagine, just apply your logic. Let me openly say, you just apply logic. 10 lakh students attending JEE, 1.5 lakh joining IIT, all of them go for computer science. Then what will happen with other industry? See, what will happen is after 5 years time, computer science will be just normal thing. So you still need people to manufacture automobiles, manufacture, devices, everything. So that will continue. And you cannot travel by sitting on a computer, right? You need a flight for that.
Yes, sir.
So don't think like that. Computers will not do anything and everything.
But now I'll also add to what sir said just now. A lot of people who got into CS against their wishes because they thought that was the only future, don't like it and try to change the direction of their career path after they get into it because they don't enjoy it. Right. So if you are getting into something because you think that is where the career path is, but you don't enjoy it, trust me that you would not last there also. 5-7 years down the line, you'll be looking at to get out of the software companies and wanting to get into a on the ground kind of a company. And I've seen this many hundreds of people because I counsel students also. So it happens routinely. Rahul, can you unmute yourself? Rahul Jain.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Rahul.
Yes, Rahul.
Yeah. Sir, around what rank or mark should I get in AEEE or JEE Mains exam to get admission into any of the CS branch?
Rahul, this has been answered. So I'll not step in. I'll not let sir answer this one. I'll answer this. This has been answered many times, Rahul. See, please, first of all, sir cannot say at this point in time what is the cutoff likely to get you into a certain campus. It is very difficult because it's relative, right? That's the first part of it. He can talk out of a rank, but the rank is relative to the marks. And the marks is something that he cannot say because it depends on the difficulty of the question paper to how the other students have done in a similar pattern, right? So it can be JEE or AEEE. It is difficult to say what mark would land you up at what rank. What he can definitely say is that what rank you're likely to get into a CS, for example. And there he answered that if you're in the top 1,500 ranks, you're likely to get a CS or you might actually get a scholarship or those kind of things. Or the top bracket seats is what you're likely to get, right? And if you get a 6,000, you might get a chemical engineering kind of a thing. So he can deal with the ranks, but he cannot deal with the score because that depends on how your other students performed on that particular day and how difficult the question paper on that day is. Rahul? Rahul, unmute yourself and ask if you
Yes,
still have
sir.
anything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, and another query is the amount which I have to pay during admission, and if we want to withdraw from the college before or after the commencement of the classes, and how much extra fees do we have to pay if I withdraw from that college?
Forfeiture.
There is no, we don't charge any extra money, Rahul.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even if I just withdraw
And one more
before the
thing,
commencement
yeah.
of the classes.
Yeah, let me tell you. See, it will depend on the rule of UGC. Yeah. So last year, what happened? Last year till 31st of December, we were supposed to give back all the money we collected. So whatever is the rule by the government, we will just follow.
Okay, sir.
So
Yeah.
Rahul, I'll also
Sir,
add to it of how it was in 2019, because we need to put it in perspective, right? Till a particular date that the government announces, all your fee, but for your application fee and some basic amount of very small amount of money is refunded. So if you pay 3 lakh rupees, all 3 lakh is supposed to be refunded if it is fee, right? But if you want to withdraw after the semester starts, then the semester fee is forfeited.
Okay. Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
So
yes, sir.
up to the date when the government says 100% fee has to be refunded. But if you want to withdraw after the semester starts, some other student has lost out, mind you, and the university is losing out one student's fee. So the semester fee is forfeited. Am I right, sir?
Yeah, yeah.
I hope you, Rahul, you got your answer.
Yeah. And another query is, so if I take CS branch, will things like Python programming and other prerequisites be taught from the basic in the first year, or we should know the basics before?
No. It will be taught. It will be taught from the basics only.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
It starts from zero, Rahul, right? Vishal?
Okay, thank you.
Vishal, unmute yourself. Vishal?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
My voice is audible, sir?
It is audible. It's audible. Please go on.
Thank you, sir. And I have two queries. First query is about electrical and computer science. There is a branch I found in your website information.
Yeah.
So may I know what kind of this branch, whether it is purely electrical or computer is linked with computer, and what kind of placement for this, what kind of companies are coming for picking this from this branch students?
So the first answer the first question. It is not a pure electrical engineering program. It is a combination of computers as well as electrical engineering, and this will be mostly in the area of automotive systems, where the EVs will be using, GPS kind of things, sensors, communication. So car manufacturing companies, then device manufacturing companies which require some communication systems to be enabled in the device, those companies will recruit the students in electrical engineering.
Electrical and computer
electrical and computer engineering. Yeah.
So can I know, sir, what kind of company, sir? What is the name? Some company?
See, for example, now Ola has started manufacturing EVs. So any for example, those companies who start manufacturing electrical charging stations.
Okay.
They can do. See, because the reason why I am saying is, as I mentioned earlier in the current session, mostly the sensors will take over once the 5G is rolled out, and the whole concept of Internet of Things will flourish. So now we are just using the wearable device and connect you to the mobile, and it is pushed to the cloud. The same thing will happen in the transportation systems.
Electrical transportation.
Yeah, basically you need power to drive any device, right?
Okay.
That's all.
And sir, in electrical and computer science, you have 5-year integrated program for that also?
No, we don't have.
In CS also you don't have?
No, there is no integrated program in BTech as such. What the integrated program which I mentioned earlier in this session is, at the end of in the third year, you can choose to apply for a university abroad, at a university abroad.
Okay.
You can decide whether you want to do MS program abroad, and the fourth year of BTech program will be considered as the first year of MS degree, and the fifth year will be you will be able to complete BTech plus MS.
Okay. So the consideration of 1
Yeah,
year
I
time
think I'll pause it, Mr. Singh, because I have so many students. Please understand right?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, my pleasure. Students, can you please limit yourself to one question, because there are many people who are waiting to ask questions. Please understand and respect other students also, please, if you don't mind. Harshita, over to you. Unmute yourself. Because we thought of 1 hour and it's really extended. So if you understand what I'm saying.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, Harshita.
Sir, do we have any industrial visits for the CSC students?
Industrial visit, the concept of industrial visit is not much nowadays, Harshita. Let me tell you one thing, that is now currently being converted into internships. So internship is mandatory from the AICT point of view, and generally we offer from the second year.
Oh, okay, sir.
Yeah. So you have to utilize the summer vacations for that.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Leela Rajshekar Reddy. Leela Rajshekar Reddy, unmute yourself, please.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
You said that 5% seats are for management quota.
Sorry?
5% seats for management quota. Did you say that, sir?
No, I didn't mention any percentage of seats.
Yeah.
Yeah, IP plus 2 PCM marks is above 95% in we can get seat in management.
Yeah.
You can get in, Rajshekar.
Yes.
Right. Sanjeev Mondal, unmute yourself. Sanjeev Mondal.
Yeah. Thank you for that session, and all the topic I think that is covered up. There is nothing new question, but I have some question. I have only one query. As you said that earlier, that there is the entrance will be in 2 phases. Okay. Yeah. The council will start immediately of first phase, or they will council it after the second phase?
After second phase only.
Sir, it is best of 2, sir. So whenever you have 2 phases, it is an option for the student to get a better score if they think that one day has been a bad day for them. So that's what it is.
Okay. To participate in the council, I have to pay something, or it will be after that selection, whatever choice is made.
It is from the fee itself, sir. It is from the fee itself, sir. I got your question. It is from the fee. So there is no counseling fee or anything. Once you pay for the application, once you get a good rank, you will be called in and you get for the counseling, right? Sivan?
Okay.
Sivan, unmute yourself. Sivan?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, can I know about the syllabus for AEEE?
But
is it same as JEE?
Earlier he's responded to that. I am responding to it all over again. By the next week now, they'll declare the pattern and the syllabus. But typically it will be from the JEE and the...
it will be same as JEE.
Typically, but please look at, when you apply now, they'll also inform you about the syllabus, because they will obviously talk of the syllabus and the pattern, which they'll announce possibly next week.
Okay, thank you.
Right. SS is asked. Harshita, you asked a question earlier? Harshita, you unmute yourself, please. Harshita. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Please.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Sir, what is IT and how it is different from CSC, sir?
You want to answer, Mahesh?
Yeah. So, IT is largely hardware and CSC is largely software. That's a simple answer I'm giving you. Whenever you deal with IT, you're dealing with servers and those kind of things, right? Whereas when you deal with CSC, it will be largely software, which means product development, technology, and the back and those kind of things. So the back end is, in a sense, if you put things in perspective, the back end is largely IT and the front end is typically CSC. That's a simplistic answer I'm giving you, but I don't know how much more deeper I can get into that whole thing, right? You got my answer, Hasrita? Okay. Mohan Sundaram Ramchandran, I think. Harshita, you have anything else? Okay. Mr. Ramchandran, over to you again.
Yeah, thank you. Sir, my question is regarding this Institute of Eminence. Is that awarded only for Coimbatore campus, or does any other campus have the same certification?
It's a university, sir. So a university is the IOE. It's not a campus.
The campus thing. So there is, in terms of facility or staff or even the culture, all the campuses within the university is having this certificate.
Sir, I'll give you broadly how it works, right? No campus can give a degree unless it's a part of the university which can award the degree, right? It's the university which is an IOE. IOE has permission to establish 5 campuses outside of the home state. Only IOE has got that, NAC A grade, A+, or IOE or something like that. So they actually put pre-qualifications, right? Amrita University, because of what it is, can add 4 more campuses beside the university campus.
Okay.
And these are the 4 campuses.
Okay.
All these 4 campuses are giving a degree of Amrita University.
Okay, got it.
So at some point in time, the campus doesn't matter. Your degree is from Amrita University.
Okay, here the university campus is Coimbatore, is it?
That's right.
Okay, and in terms of staff or facilities or even...
It will be the same because it is the university. So you'll also have, for these kind of campuses, you'll also have the faculty moving around at times.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
SS, over to you. SS, unmute yourself. So we'll take last 2 questions and wind this up. Sir.
Yeah. So this Amritapuri and Coimbatore campus both are same?
No.
No.
They're different.
One is in Kochi, one is in Coimbatore, sir.
Oh, Amritapuri is in Kochi.
Yes, sir.
And then which campus has that US News and NIRF rankings?
Same thing, sir. It's a university. Again, we are saying this again and again, sir. The ranking that you see is for the university.
No, sir. I have specifically seen in US News and QS, they specifically mention the campus.
No. See,
you see the rankings. They specifically mention the campus.
Let me explain.
Yeah.
See, when you say that it is a university must have an office, and it is the office mentioned as Coimbatore campus.
Oh,
it is not for the campus. The ranking is given. It is for the university headquartered at Coimbatore campus.
Sir, SSR, if I may know your name, I'll respond to it correctly.
My name is Sham Suri. I'm a parent calling from Delhi.
Okay, Sham sir, it's like this. No university has, see, for all THE or QS or NIRF or NAC or anything, the faculty, the student, everything that is submitted to these authorities is for the entire universities. There is no segmentation of that, right? So because of that, the data has to be aggregated and collated. Unless you're dealing with a program, for example, within Amrita, a B school can get a different track as compared to engineering, right? But when you talk of the university, it's the entire university. You cannot rank a campus because that segmented data is not available anywhere.
Okay, so
get my point, sir.
For example, they say Vellore. They say Vellore and like
that's
that. Right. So maybe that's headquarters.
Exactly. So when you say VIT Vellore, it is VIT Vellore and VIT Chennai. It doesn't include VIT Amaravati or VIT Bhopal because those 2 are separate universities.
Oh, okay. They are separate universities.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we don't get onto that now because it's Amrita. But in the case of Amrita, all the other 4 are a campus of Amrita University, Coimbatore.
Got it. Thank you, Mr. Lakshmi. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you.
Mr. Lakshmi. So my name is Mahesh, sir, but yeah, I'm using my wife's system. That's what I realized.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, Rashekar Reddy, over to you. Last question, sir.
Sir, is there any fee difference between minimum and maximum score of +2?
Sorry?
No, there is no fee difference.
Is there any fee difference? No, there is no fee difference.
Based on the academic scores, if you're talking if there's a fee difference, no. There is a fee difference based on the rank that you get in AEEE.
Yeah, okay. Is there any 2 lakhs and 3 lakhs fees? Is there any more placement chances?
Which is right. That's what I'm saying. That depends on your rank. It doesn't depend on the class 12 score. Because Amrita doesn't consider your class 12 score to admit students. It has a minimum qualification, which is 60%. But after that, it's your rank in AEEE or JEE or SAT or Pearson, that works for you in terms of getting any fee reduction or fee upgrade that way. Okay, sir, am I right in saying that, sir?
Yeah.
Sir, last question. I think there is one new person who's come in. Kalyan Srinivas, over to you. This is the last question, sir, if you don't mind, please.
Hello, sir. Am I audible, sir?
You're audible, sir.
Sir, if I suppose I'm a parent of a Kalyan Srinivas, sir.
Yes.
If my son scores 500 rank in the entrance and he opts for Coimbatore and Amaravati Campus, will there be any fee difference in relative terms?
Yes, there will be a fee difference, but see, our scholarship slab starts at 1 lakh.
Right, sir.
Okay, so there is a chance that you may get 2 lakh in Coimbatore and 1 lakh here. It all depends on the number of students above the 500 rank who apply for the counseling.
Got it, sir.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you, sir. Thanks for your.
David, the new student, so I'm taking this question. David, over to you. David, unmute yourself. Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, what rank should I get in AEEE for getting CS, sir?
It will vary from 1 to 1000 rank.
It's a general thing across the board. I can tell you that if you want to be in CSE now, you need to be below 1500 rank to get a CS in Amrita University. Don't ask me for the marks and all. The rank is 1500.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. R. Srinivasulu, unmute yourself. Okay, he's not asking a question. Any other question? I think we'll pause it here, sir. I think we've taken quite a few questions, if you don't mind. Yeah. I think we've answered most of it, and hopefully other students also would have benefited through the kind of answers that you made.
There is one. Surya Prasanna, you want to ask any question? Surya Prasanna?
Surya Prasanna?
You can unmute and ask.
Yeah. Surya Prasanna? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sir, I have registered for AEEE 22 and I have selected AEEE, sir, for that exam because I was not sure of the JEE mains date. So I have registered, but is there any possibility to apply along with JEE mains?
Yeah, that also is possible. You can edit the application form, just opt for it and save it. That's all.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Harshita Handa, unmute yourself. Harshita? Harshita? Harshita, unmute yourself.
So she is not unmuting herself.
Okay. Harshita Reddy? Hasrita Reddy, unmute yourself.
Sir, when do you conduct AIEEE exam? I mean AIEEE.
AEEE exam, first phase will be in the month of March and second phase will be in the month of May. That is the current plan, tentative plan.
Sir, last two questions from my side before we wind up, sir. How do diploma students get into AEEE, Amrita, sir? Do they take the exam and just jump in?
Yeah, they have to come through the entrance examination.
And do they have any concession of first year being off or something like that?
No, if it is 10 plus 2 plus 3, then they can enter through the lateral entry.
Lateral entry, yeah. And they enter at year 3 level, is it, sir?
Year 2.
Year 2 they enter it, right? And how do you deal with the Hindi speaking students, sir? Because a lot of Hindi speaking students, they think that it is difficult for them to crack the Amrita thing because of South and those kind of things. So what is your response to that?
See, ultimately it is earning a degree. I know quite a large number of students go all the way from Kerala to IIT Delhi, IIT Bombay, or even beyond that. They go to the Hindi mainland. So my suggestion is this needs to be taken. This 4 year of BTech degree program, it has to be taken in such a way that you be part of that cultural diversity. If you go to a campus where there are a lot of students from different parts of the country, you mingle with them so that it becomes easy for you to go and work in similar kind of environment once you come out of the campus. So it will be really helpful for you to work in a corporate level. So that is very important. So language shall not be a barrier from my understanding.
Yeah. I completely agree with you. In fact, a lot of Hindi students ask this question, so let me respond to that also. That whether you're a Hindi student or a Southern Indian or from west of India or northeast of India, you need to now at some point in time when you're growing up your ladder, you must become an Indian and move forward, because you might be working wherever. A North Indian student might be working in Bangalore and a Bangalore student might be working in Pune, right? So it is time that you remove these barriers that you have in your mind, because these are worries that you have in your mind, right? And move up. And trust me, because I come from a regional language medium school, that once you get into the group now, you'll get back. Like a lot of people told me I can't speak good English. Now I do speak good English, right? So once you get into the groove, you'll learn, and it is not a rocket science to learn these things. So don't worry about this. I think these are worries that inhibit you from experimenting or taking risks. So take your risk, because this is the age for you to take risks. So thank you so much. I think we've taken 61 parent questions at this point in time.
Just one question. Can I
Okay,
please
last
speak?
question. Okay, please.
Yes.
Yeah. So please, can you tell about the scholarship program?
See, scholarship program is like this. In each branch, in each campus, 50% of the seats are reserved with scholarship fees. So it will depend on the rank which you get in AEEE or the score in JEE that will decide the scholarship. So if you are somewhere between 1,000, 1 and 1,500 to 2,000 rank, there is a very good chance that you will fall in that scholarship bracket.
Sir, I think we'll wind this up now. There is no end to it. Thanks so much. Thank you so much, students. And we'll be having one more session within a month, hopefully, with sir. So hopefully, if you still have any questions, then we can. By then, you will have the datelines for JEE that will come in. You will have Amrita announcing its pattern of the examination and everything. So there'll be more specific responses for some of your questions. But thank you so much for joining in today, and hopefully we've helped you out. Thanks so much, sir. Bye. Sir, I'm stepping out of this meeting. Yeah.